Good morning, Indian Hills. Dr. Christensen here. Hey, today I'm using Screencast-O-Matic. I think you can see me in the bottom right. I'm going to talk to you about IXL real quick. I've been looking at the statistics, and there's lots of things that I can see. So first, I can see that we've answered 243 questions, and it's 6:48 a.m. I just had a student answer a question, so I can see all of you answering questions in real time. This is outstanding. I can see how many skills we've practiced, how many we're proficient at, and how many we've mastered. I can see how much time you've spent at home and at school working on IXL. Outstanding job. I can look and see how much we're working on it each week, so I can see how many questions have been answered each week per student. I can see how many teachers are involved, and so I can check and see who's been on and who is not, and we can start to progress monitor your overall growth. So we're at the very beginning. Like I said, I can see teacher engagement. If you've logged on, teachers, I can see who's been getting on. So every teacher does have a login to IXL. Every teacher should be logging on during Tiger Time, and you can go and you can check your Tiger Time students and see how they're doing and if they're done. So that's one of the things that we want to see is, are the students done? Here's some skills that we can monitor, how many we're proficient at and how many we've mastered, both in math and English language arts. This is the board that I really want you to see. So let's look at this. 7th grade in math, you've answered 152,000 questions. Think about that. And these are all the skills you've practiced and that you're proficient in and that you've mastered. But only 222 of you out of about 350 have gotten to pinpointed levels. That means you are done with your diagnostic. And right now, the average 7th grader in math is at a 530. So that's 5th grade level, 3rd month. So that lets you know how far we are behind. That number should be a low 700. In English, you can see we've answered 25,000 questions. 208 students are done and have a single number in their diagnostic. And the average 7th grader is at the 5th grade, 4th month level in English language arts. We can see science, that's this one has started, 3,562 questions in science. Good job. We can see that they've just started to get going. 8th grade, we've got some work to do. You've answered almost 100,000 questions less than the 7th grade. This is not okay. We have to get going. 8th grade, we've got to get going. You're better than this. Only 107 of you out of 360 students are done. And the average 8th grader is at the 6th grade, 5th month. So, hey, you're behind too. We got work to do. In English, 2,939 questions answered. 102 of you are done and we're at the 7th grade, level. So we still have a year right there that we need to continue to grow. And it looks like science has only answered 113 questions, so they have not gotten going. We're able to look at some diagnostic levels. So we can see for the whole school, 329 students have up to date. That's about half of us. Same in English, about half of us have gotten our scores up to date. And we can see how many of you, like in 7th grade, 3% are above grade level, 12% are on grade level, 16% below grade level, and 30% far below. Okay, so why are we doing this? I hope you're seeing it. Because of the pandemic, we are at least a grade level behind. And so this is one of the ways that we're going to progress monitor. So when you get done with your diagnostic, we will actually have a form that you progress monitor yourself so you can see your growth, so you can know that you have caught up before you go to high school. That's the goal, is that you want to progress monitor and be caught up before you go to high school. So this is what your form will look like when you're done. This is 770, so that's 7th grade, 7th month. You can see that's your overall math score, and then you can look at how you're doing in each one of these areas. So there's 6 standards. All of those numbers should be 700 if you're 7th grader, 800 if you're in 8th grade. Language arts also has the same kind of breakdown. So let's work on getting those reports done, and then you will be able to create a personalized plan with your single score. It will tell you you'll give you recommendations for areas that you need to work on to get caught up. And it also gives information to teachers where they can set groups. And again, when you go here to the very beginning, this is your recommendations. These are the areas that you keep working on after you're done with the diagnostic. And then your teachers will also assign practice areas in the standards you're working on currently. So there's 2 things happening, remember. I'm working on the standards I'm working on currently to grade level, and I'm taking the diagnostics and recommendations to get caught up. All right, teachers, get on your IXL, get this stuff out, get this up and see how your kids are doing. They need to keep working on this in Encore till they are done with the diagnostic. And so you need to be able to check on that. So get into IXL. Students, you need to keep working on this week. I'd like to see 90% of you done with this diagnostic by the end of the week. All right, Dr. C, with your challenge, keep it up. Kids are working. They're working right now on your IXL. You can work on this at home. You can work on this anywhere. Have a good one. Go Tigers.